Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you guys so you can make a Discord server for your Fortnite clan. Now I have pulled up my Team Circuit because for those of you who don't know, I run a team called Team Circuit, and this is what I'm going to be using to base the one that I'm going to be making for you guys. Like, I'm going to be making an example one to show you guys, and this is what I'm going to be basing it off of because I've already done this, and this has been built by myself and some other people that are in the server, my friends that have helped to put this all together. So this is just going to kind of be the baseboard of what I'm going to be showing you. So if you're new to Discord, obviously this is one server and all these circles over here are different ones. So I'm going to assume you guys already know how that works, but to create a new server, you want to scroll down to the bottom of your servers and click add a server and then create. And we'll just keep it as, let's go team. So we got team. Now you can click this and upload your own logo, but I'm just going to keep it as this because it'll automatically take the first letters of each word that you use and put it here. So I'm just going to keep this for simplicity because I don't have a logo made. Now you can send it to your friends list if you want, but you don't have to. And then it'll give you these channels. It'll give you one text channel, it'll give you a voice channel. Now I'm gonna go up to the top over here so we can switch to the Team Circuit one super regularly. Now the main section that you're going to be focused in is this section, but then also in server settings when you want to create roles. So first things first, you want to create the text channels that you're going to be needing to run this team. Now if you look at my Team Circuit one, there's a lot of channels and you don't necessarily need all of them. I'll just be mentioning the ones that are most important. So for example, announcements, welcome, rules, maybe about us, and then down here how to join, and your socials, merch, stuff like that. And then you got the community ones, which they are lobby, bot commands, event announcements, stuff like that. So if it doesn't make sense, just watch what I'm doing and you'll understand. So let's start out with an announcement channel. So we can just name this announce. I can't even spell I'm gonna spell that wrong. And it's fine. So we have this announcements channel. Yeah, I definitely spelled that wrong. Let's see. Yeah, there's two announcements. There's two. Just change that. It doesn't even give me the right one. Okay. So once you have this made, then I would drag it up to the top here because you want it to be at the top. Now you can name this category because categories are what these drop down things are called, and then these are channels. So the category, I'm gonna name it important because this is going to be the very important stuff. Now when you have this announcements one, now this is going to be announcements that you're going to want made, like I think it's still spelled wrong, but that's fine. This is where you're going to want to announce events and video uploads, stuff like that. So obviously you only want yourself to be able to talk here, or like certain other people, but since you don't have any roles created, you're not going to be able to change that yet. So let's get into roles real quick. So if you go, sorry I did that a little quick. If you go into server settings, you can go into roles, and then you can click this plus sign and add a role. Now let's just start out with leader because that's who I'm gonna be, right? And save changes, and you can choose whatever color you want. If you don't like these colors, you can click a custom color and just choose, whatever color you want. So let's say you want like this light blue, this green type color, and then you can check the setting that will display the role separately. So that means that it'll display up here. I'm sorry, it might take a second. Oh, I didn't add myself to the role. So I have to give the role to myself once I create it. So I click my name and then the plus sign and then I add to myself. And as you can see now, it displays me as a leader. If I didn't do that, it would just say online, and then my name would still be, the color of my name would be changed, but it wouldn't display me as the leader. It would just say I was online. So now you want to create like a few more roles. Let's say admin. You guys can honestly add as many as you want. Let's see, team member. Then you could go as supporter. And just for simplicity's sake, let's do community member. So now we have these ones, and we can make them different colors. I'll make this yellow, I'll make this purple, make this green, and I'll make this color. So now we got the different colors, right? Now, this is where it's up to your preference what you want to do. So for example, admins, you can, because obviously if you're the only leader on the team, you don't need to give yourself any roles, because you're a leader and you're the server owner, you just automatically can do anything you want, so you don't need to give yourself roles for that. But for admins, this is where you decide what the admins are going to get. So they're probably going to want to be displayed separately from everyone else. Do you want to allow people to mention them, like to add them and ping them and give them notification when someone mentions them? Then I'm not going to go through all these, but like administrator, you probably want on. Audit log is where all the things are logged when people are kicked and stuff like that, so you'll probably want them to be able to see that. Manage the server, probably manage roles so they can manage every role that's below them. So an admin couldn't manage the leader role, but they can manage all the ones below them, and so on. They can manage channels, change settings like that. If you want them to be able to kick and ban people, create invites to the server, change nicknames. Change nickname would be if you want them to be able to change their nickname. For example, I can go here and I can change my nickname to, let's say, Tim, I don't know, right? So it changes up here, and when I type, hey, right, it'll change my name to Tim. But as you can see down here, it didn't change my actual Discord name, just my nickname in the server. So as you can see, if I go into Team Circuit, it didn't actually change my name in all my servers, just in this one. And then you can just click that again, or right click it and change name, and you can reset your nickname, and it'll go back to fine. But if you want the admins to be able to change that, you can go ahead and change that. All these you can just read what they do and decide. Obviously admins are going to want to have more permissions than team members. Obviously, maybe team members, you display them separately, and maybe they can change their nickname and create invites, but that's probably about it that you want to give the team members. Now supporters, you can also do the same thing with them and do whatever you want, and the same thing with community members. You can display them separately, and that's really, you can add, I can actually show you the Team Circuit member roles, and you can take a look at those. So we have a lot of roles because we've been doing it for a while. A lot of these gray ones are just bots. For example, Vortex, Unite, Marriage Bot, and so on up until bots. These are all just roles that we have to give to bots. I'll show you guys what bots that you want in your server, but these are just the roles that you give to bots so that they can do whatever they want and they can manage the server and do their job. Now I have the leader role clearly. There's the main ones we have are management, recruiter, head moderation, content comp, creative, trick shot, circuit studios, and circuit members. These are all of these are circuit member roles, so all of them will have the CT member role because that's our prefix, and then based on what they are, as you can see, the comp team following Kuna, and this kid's name is Prolek. I don't know why his name is Leche, but yeah, so they're on the comp team. Stylo and Turt are on the content team. Instinct and Nitro, Creative, and Truman's Trick Shot. Now obviously there's more, but since these are the guys that are online, so our members that aren't online don't show up here, but that doesn't really matter. So then obviously Spark is one of our managers, so he gets displayed up here. And then down below you can see more roles, like we have moderators here. Harshy's a moderator. Then we have this recruit role. As you can see in roles, we have going down here past another bot. You have trial monitor, customs host, and then these ones all are usually moderators. Usually have these roles. They're managers of these specific things. And then there's the recruit role, which any of you guys can actually get for Team Circuit if you look into that. And then custom winner if they win one of our customs, server booster if they nitro boost our server, OG if they're an OG member, and then we just have these level roles that they can get if they get to a certain level. Down here, this is another bot role for a specific bot that needed it, and then these are region servers if you want to pick like what region you're from so people know. I'm NAE personally, but you know what I mean. And then these some just random roles that I don't want to mess with just in case they have important jobs and stuff. That's all there is to the roles. Obviously, management has a lot of these checked roles that they can do, whereas let's say recruits don't have as many. They can just do the basics and stuff. Now, those are like the basics for roles and stuff. You can give them permissions to do stuff and you can display them however you want. Now, going back to here, we have announcements. And now that we have a couple roles made, now is when we can start to choose what everyone can do in this server. So for example, like we were saying at the beginning, for the announcement server, someone that basically wants to be able to, that needs to be able to send announcements is maybe admins and the leader, right? So we can add a leader role and an admin role, right? Now the leader, you want to just make sure that all these are checked and can do everything. For the admin, if you want them to be able to send messages in this server, since it's going to be an exclusive one because it's announcements, make sure you check send messages and manage messages, whatever else you want to do, and save changes. Now, once you give permissions to, because obviously leader doesn't need it because leader can do everything by default because they're the server owner. Because if you're the leader, you can do whatever you want without needing permissions because it's your server. But admins, you have to actually give them the server because they don't own the server. You got to actually give them roles and like permissions and stuff. Now, once you give all the roles to the people that are going to be able to make announcements, let's say you want team members to also be able to make announcements, you do that. But now is the most important thing. If you figure out who you want to be able to send announcements and nobody else should be able to send announcements, then you go here to everyone and click cannot send messages, this X, cannot do this, and then the rest should be fine. So that way, everyone else that doesn't have either leader or admin role cannot send announcements. So they can only view this and see what people are saying. For example, if I go into this East Open Discord and I go to announcements, it says you do not have permission to send announcements because I don't have a role in this server, so I can't do anything here. I can't type anything here, right? However, in another one, like let's say looking for players, see I can type, because it's sorted by the different channels that they have, right? If that makes sense. What else? Now this can be the same if for different things, if you want certain roles where, for example, let's say about us, where I have this about section. If you go into the server settings of this one, you can see I'm the only one that can type in here. Everyone else can read messages, but they can't send messages, right? I'm the only one that can type here, but people can see this, so they can see who we are and what we're about in this section. They can't do anything. Now, if you guys are wondering what this little symbol is, it's just a copy and pasted little symbol from Google that we added to make it look cooler. And then the same thing with the category little icon, this little star icon that we used. It's the same thing. Now, once you have that, you can do the same thing with rules. You can add the rules that you want and make sure no one else can send that by doing what I just taught you guys how to do. Now, let's move on to the how to join. So, how to join, this is a big part, something that you want to add into your server. Now, if you're good with the important sections, you can right click here and create a category, and let's just say team info. Let's say. So if you want people to be able to learn how to join the team here, you can make a how to join channel, right? And this is where people learn how to join. Now, for example, in our how to join, it just has our RC video that we pasted, and then down below we have this exclusive circuit bot where you can react to it if you want to get announcements sent through DMs. So if we send out an announcement, it gets sent to you to a DM so that you make sure you don't miss it. But let's just pretend that this is the circuit Discord. So in how to join, I would send this, right? And then if someone wants to know how to join, they're typing in general, having a conversation with someone, they can, someone can send them this, like the how to join thing. And then I can just click this, right? If let's say I'm just a member that just joined and someone asks me, oh, how do I join? Then I can just send them this, and then they click this and it takes them to this page. And then they can open up this video, right? Now again, you're gonna have to change the permissions so that only whoever you want can send messages and everything, and everyone else can read messages, but they can't send, right? And then it's all set up, right? And then you got the how to join server. And you just do this, like, you can honestly join this server actually is in the description. If you go to my Discord server, this is the one. And you can just take inspiration, look at what we're doing in here, and figure out what we got. Get help. This is if you need help with something, you can fill out a ticket and get help. Team Circuit promo is where our circuit members can promote their stuff, their Discord servers and videos. Circuit socials is another big thing. I would make a let's say team info, let's say TT info or socials, right? And then you can add here, let's go, Instagram is whatever, www.instagram.com/team, right? And then you can send that, right? And then you can do youtube.com/team, or just send the links of your team, right? And do the same thing with this one. You want to change the permissions. I'm not going to do it again, but add the roles, change the permissions so that no one can send in here except for the people that you want to be able to send. And you just want to do that, a similar process, same thing with merch. This is our merch page, and it's the same thing. The circuit roster, this is our current roster, at least I believe so. It's up to date. And then you can do the same thing here. Now, the community page is very important. This is where lobby is where everything mainly is going down. Obviously, since I started recording, we've had 39 messages. It's pretty popping right now. But this is where everyone's going to be talking, right? See, I could say, hey guys, what's up? We'll see if anyone responds, but in this server, there's a lot of permissions here. But everyone can send messages and read messages in here. No one can attach or embed links, because this can be dangerous. So people can send links and attach files. They might be able to like send bad links and stuff like that. So definitely disable that. But lobby, it's as simple as that. You could honestly just change the name of this to lobby or whatever you want. Like you could change it to main chat, whatever you want, you know. And then people can talk in here, you know. Hey, you know, hey, right? And they can do that. Then let's see, bot commands is where if you have bots, which I'll show you guys in a minute how to add, you can do like, for example, you have this Unite bot where if I put stats and then my username, which is Baylor YT, it'll show up my stats, right? And cool stuff like that with all these bots and stuff. And also I can ask for my rank, right? And I'm ranked 12 in this server, which is kind of funny because I'm the leader of it, but I'm only ranked 12. It's fine, but there's a lot of people in here. And event announcements, this is where if people are hosting Zone Wars, box fights, stuff like that, they can do it in here. Mainly circuit members, right, that want to host stuff, they can do it in event announcements. Self-promo is another big thing. Self-promo is where we have it so that every hour people can send a link, for example, a Discord link or a YouTube link, and they can self-promote themselves. Now, you don't want people self-promoting in any other channel other than self-promo, otherwise it gets cluttered. Imagine what lobby would look like if there were just links all throughout this, right? So you got to be careful with that. Recruit chat is we have this recruit role, this specific recruit role that people can get, and this is a specific chat made for them, where as you can see we have it set up so that no one can read these messages except for recruits, right? And then they can send, obviously it does it because they can read and it's default, they can send messages here, so you don't need to change that. But so that way people above recruit rank obviously can talk in here, like everyone above them can, but recruit ranks are the only ones that can talk in here because that's an incentive for them to have the rules. Suggestions is just another server where they can leave us suggestions and everything. Then we have this main chat, which is just the channel where some people are talking right now. It's a voice channel, just like this. If you want to have a voice channel called main chat where people can go in and talk, they can click here and join it. I have my mansion where it's just like this voice channel where only me and a few other people can join, just as a little joke. It's not that important. What else? So down here, get involved, we have RC submissions where people can actually send in the links to their videos, so that they can submit their recruitments or montages to try and join the clan, and we'll check these out once a day and we'll look at the montages that were sent. Placements, this is where people can send their placements in the cups and how they did, stuff like that, you know, and sometimes they'll just send stupid pictures like a dog with a waffle, stuff like that. But you know, I think this guy just I don't know if this guy, who that is, but you know what I mean. People are just like sending stuff like in there. Then we got moderator applications where people can apply to be a mod. they can apply to be a designer, stuff like this. And this is just support stuff that I won't get into because it's very like, there's a lot more that goes into that that's not necessary. So that's it. Now I'll teach you how to get some important bots really quick. So let's look at the bots down here that we have. So first of all, we have, let's say, Fredboat. Alright, I'm gonna just search up Fredboat Discord bot and just type that in. Go to this first link and add to Discord, and then I'm gonna select team, wherever it is, team, and you'll just have to select whatever server you want to add it to and click authorize and verify, obviously, and then you successfully added it. Now as you can see, we have Fredboat in here, and I just gave him the admin role, obviously, and then this message was automatically sent in. And you can actually play songs through voice channels with this, and you can just follow the directions. It'll teach you how to do that. Now let's go over to Me6. Me6 is a very, very important one. Me6 Discord bot. And then we go to this site and add to Discord. And then we want to add it to team. Set up Me6. And then it'll bring up this, and you just want to continue. And you have to give it permission to do all these things and authorize. Then I'm not a robot. And if you go back over to the right monitor, you should see Me6 is now in your server, and it actually created its own little role here, so that it can do specific things. And if you're not sure how to run this, there's a command. I believe it's what is it? Okay, so this command is exclamation points. So if I do help, it'll like give me these little commands, and it will help me with what I need to do. So for example, help commands, and then it'll walk me through this exact step. Like it'll take me to this this website where you can set it up and do further things. Basically, all you need to do to add bots is look at my server and what we have, and just look up a YouTube tutorial, or just look up like that bot on Google and add it to your server, and just have it like do the help, whatever like Probot asks you to do, the hashtag symbol and then help, and it'll like teach you exactly how to set it up and everything. Just honestly, because I can't tell you exactly how to do everything, because every server is going to be different. Server stats is what gives us this little member amount, tells us how many members are in the server. Vortex does some moderation things, so we can like strike people if they make mistakes. Rhythm is another music bot. Probot sends out DMs. Marriage bot actually allows you to make family trees within servers for people in your server. You can make families, stuff like that. Coin Master is a mini game. Circuit bot is a custom-made bot we had for sending out DMs, and so on. Unite is a Fortnite bot. We got all sorts of bots, but the bots are up to your discretion, whatever you want to add. Honestly, it's up to you. Let's see what people said. Okay, so people sup. What's up, my ceiling? I'm pretty sure. How about you? That's not good. Meatball. But yeah, they're just having a conversation. Whatever. I don't even know what they're talking about. But really, I mean, that's all there really is to it. You know, it's pretty simple. Like, if you guys need any help, let me know in the description, or not in the description, in the comments. You know, I'm willing to help you guys with everything. Make sure you leave a like on this video. I'd really appreciate it. 150 likes, and I'll start the next video of the series. And comment down below what video you want to see next, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.